Hello everyone and welcome to the lecture on AWS Billing. So this lecture will contain these three main topics: AWS cost categories, AWS cost allocation tags, and consolidated billing for AWS organizations. And under these subtopics will be cost categories across AWS cost management, hierarchical cost category relationships, and cost category details and some considerations. Under cost allocation tags, types of AWS cost allocation tags, cost allocation report and reconciliation, and under consolidated billing, the benefits and some important information. So AWS cost categories. Cost categories is a cost allocation service that helps you identify who is spending what within your organization, providing clarity on resource usage and the cost. It allows you to map your AWS cost to your unique internal business structures. 3. With cost categories, you create rules to group your cost into meaningful categories. 4th, for an example, let's say there is a scenario where your business has several teams and you call them, let's say, team 1, team 2, team 3, etc., and they are spread across multiple AWS accounts. Then you can define rules to allocate costs between these teams based on account numbers. So let's say I have 10 teams and I have put team 1, team 2, team 3, which are there in account 1. So let's say 3 account 1, AWS account, and 10 teams. So I put team 1, 2, 3 in account in one cost category, and so this cost category you can put a key or a label, and those can belong to a single. So based on account number, I can distribute or group them, and I can see the cost based on the cost categories. Okay, the categorization based on your rules will appear as a column in your AWS cost and usage report. So this is important. So the way we see the benefit is because when we see the cost and usage report, the cost category will show up and you will see the category and the total bill. So this provides a detailed breakdown of cost for each category. Okay, cost categories across AWS cost management. So cost categories can be used across various products in AWS billing and cost management console. So it applies to all the services and the products. Second, in Cost Explorer, you can filter cost allocated to specific categories or group cost by the cost categories. So you can apply some filters based on some categories, or group, again you can some group cost by further cost categories using the Cost Explorer. Cost categories can be applied as filters in AWS budgets also, which allows you to set budgets and track spending for specific categories. In AWS cost and usage report, cost categories appear as a new column with the cost category value in each row. So this I already talked about. So you can see that in usage cost and usage report. Cost anomaly detection allows you to use cost categories as a monitor type to track and detect anomalies in your total cost across specified cost category values. So again, this is beneficial because cost anomaly detection feature allows you to use cost category also as a monitor type. So hierarchical cost category relationships. Cost categories allows you to create a multi-level hierarchical relationship among your categories. So you can have nested categories, cascade categories within category like this. By linking cost categories, you can replicate your exact organizational structure. So you have departments, you have sub departments, you have some more teams under those departments. So you can exactly mimic your actual organizational structure based using the cost category feature. To create a hierarchy, you define cost category values that include grouping of other cost categories, establishing parent-child relationship. So for example, let's say in a scenario where teams are grouped under business units, you can create a business unit. So name of the label will be business unit cost category with values like, for example, BU1, BU2, which are linked to specific teams from the team cost category. So there are two cost category, business unit and team cost category, and teams have different set of values and business units have BU1, BU2 different set of values, and you can link them using this hierarchical cost category feature. hierarchical cost categories enable cost analysis at different levels of granularity so that you can drill down from high level business units to a specific teams or projects. Okay, some cost category details and some considerations. So cost category details. So cost categories are key value pairs which are similar to resource tags. So tags we know like they are basically every resource you can apply tags, you can have multiple tags. So they are similar like key value pairs. A cost category is a key value pair applied to every cost line item, with the key being the cost category name and the value being the cost category value. So cost categories are effective from the beginning of the current month, even if created or updated mid-month. So automatically applying to cost and usage from the start of the month. Only the management account in AWS organizations or individual accounts can create and manage cost categories. So various billing dimensions such as account, AWS account number, account ID, which we call account ID, the charge type, region, US East one, all the US West one, all those region. These are the dimensions: account, charge type, region, service, name of the service, tag key, which is the resource tag key, usage type can be used to create cost category values. Fifth, cost categories support operations like exact match, is not. These are the operator we can say. So you can create rules based on that. Support operations like exact match, is not, approximate match. So approximate match can contain something like contains, that key contains this value, or key starts with something like this, or key ends with some value. For rule creation, along with regular rule and inherited rule types. Sixth, after creating or editing a cost category, it can take up to 24 hours to process the cost and usage information with the status states of, so status have few states like applied, which is like processing complete, and processing, which is like update is in progress. So next topic is AWS cost allocation tags. One, a tag is a label that you or AWS assigns to an AWS resource, helping you to identify and categorize resources. For each resource, a tag key must be unique and each tag key can have only one value. Tags can be used to organize your AWS resources, and cost allocation tags to track your AWS cost on a detailed level. Fourth, after activating cost allocation tags, AWS uses them to organize your resource cost on your cost allocation report. You must activate both AWS generated and user defined tags separately before they can appear in Cost Explorer or on a cost allocation report. So types of cost allocation tags. First is AWS generated, which is AWS or AWS Marketplace. ISVs defines, so these are the entities which defines, creates and applies AWS generated tags for you, simplifying the tagging process for certain resources. Then you have user defined tags, and which you define, create and apply user defined tags, which allows for customized resource categorization based on your specific needs. Both AWS generated and user defined tags must be activated separately before they can appear in a Cost Explorer or on a cost allocation report. Usage and cost grouped by tags. So AWS generates a cost allocation report as a comma separated CSV file with your usage and cost grouped by your active tags, enabling clear organization of charges for resources. And you can apply tags that represent business categories such as cost centers, application names or owners to organize your cost across multiple services, providing a business centric view of your AWS expenses. So just want to differentiate, like we have cost categories and cost tags. So tags is basically within one account, and cost categories is across multiple, let's say multi account setup in AWS organizations. So cost categories is a higher level of abstraction compared to tags. Tag is basically just every resource you have tag key value, and cost categories is a very higher level. So cost categories can use regular tags across multi account or across the organization, and this is at the account level. The cost allocation report includes all of your AWS cost for each billing period, providing a comprehensive view of your expenses. The report includes both tagged and untagged resources, so you can clearly organize the charges for resources and identify any untagged items. If you tag resources with an application name, you can track the total cost of a single application that runs on those resources, enabling cost tracking at a granular level. So at the end of the billing cycle, the total charges tagged and untagged on the billing report with cost allocation tags reconcile with the total charges on your bills page and other billing reports for the same period. You can also use tags to filter views in Cost Explorer, which allows for customized cost analysis and visualization based on your specific tagging scheme. Okay, next topic is consolidated billing for AWS organizations. 1. Consolidated billing allows you to combine billing and payment information from multiple AWS accounts or AWS India accounts. In an AWS organization, there is a designated management account responsible for paying the charges incurred by all the member accounts. So management account you can think of as a parent account or the first account which started the AWS organization. 3. With consolidated billing, you receive a single bill that encompasses the charges from multiple accounts. 4th, consolidated billing makes it easy to track the charges across multiple accounts, giving you a clear overview of your organization's AWS expenses. You can download the combined cost and usage data for all accounts in the organization. So some benefits of consolidated billing: by combining the usage across all accounts in the organization, you can take advantage of volume pricing discounts, potentially reducing overall cost. Second, consolidated billing allows you to share reserved instance and savings plans discounts across the organization, resulting in a much lower charges for your project, department, or the company. The combined usage and shared discounts can lead to significant cost savings compared to managing individual standalone accounts. AWS offers consolidated billing at no additional cost, so making it more attractive option for organizations looking to streamline their billing process. If you have access to management account, you can view a combined report of the AWS charges incurred by all member accounts. Some important information about consolidated billing. 1. The bills generated for individual member accounts within an organization serve information purpose only, as the management account is responsible for payment. So member accounts can only see and view for information purpose, but they will not, the management account is only responsible for payment. The management account has the ability to reallocate the additional volume discounts, reserved instance discounts, or savings plans discounts received by member accounts. When a member account is part of an organization, it can access Cost Explorer data generated during its membership period. If a membership account leaves the organization, it loses access to the Cost Explorer data generated during its membership. However, the data is not deleted and remains accessible to the management or the parent account. The management account retains access to the historical cost and usage data of member accounts even if they leave the organization. So it doesn't matter, management account will always have access to the historical cost and usage data. And that's all. Thanks for watching.